All right, let's tackle a big question we hear all the time when people are looking to clean up their retirement savings. Can you actually take your annuity and just move it into your 401k? In this explainer, we're going to break it all down: what you can do, what you definitely can't do, and what the smartest moves really are.
And hey, it makes total sense, right? You want to consolidate everything, maybe get access to better investments or lower your fees. Putting all your retirement money in one neat little pile just feels cleaner, simpler. It's a completely logical goal to have. But, and you knew there was a but coming, when we're talking about retirement accounts, what seems logical doesn't always fly with the IRS. And the answer to this question? It's usually not what people expect to hear. There it is. For the overwhelming majority of annuities out there, the answer is a simple, straightforward no. You just can't do it. It's probably one of the biggest misconceptions in the world of retirement planning.
And let's get even more specific. If you have what's called a non-qualified annuity, that's one you paid for with your own after-tax savings, the percentage of those you can roll into a 401k is exactly zero. Zip. Zilch. The IRS rule is absolute on this. The big question, of course, is why? Well, it all boils down to this. The IRS basically sees two different kinds of money. You've got qualified money, which is all pre-tax stuff, like what's in your 401k. And then you've got non-qualified money, which is after-tax money, like what you use to buy most annuities. Think of them like oil and water. The IRS says you simply cannot mix these two types of money inside a qualified plan like a 401k. Now, like with a lot of these financial rules, there is one very specific exception. But I gotta tell you, it's really important to understand that even when a move is possible, it might not be your best bet because it comes with some pretty serious trade-offs. So here's the one tiny window of opportunity. If your annuity was actually funded with pre-tax money inside another retirement plan, like say a teacher's 403b, you might be able to roll it over. But there are two huge ifs. First, you have to cash out the annuity. You're moving the money, not the actual contract itself. And second, your new 401k plan has to be willing to accept that incoming transfer in the first place. Now, if you can actually thread that needle, there are some potential upsides. You get that consolidation you wanted, you might get access to better investment options in your new plan, and of course, the money keeps growing tax-deferred. Sounds pretty good on the surface. But here are the massive, and I mean massive downsides. When you cash out that annuity, you lose everything that makes it an annuity. All those special guarantees, those riders that promise lifetime income or a death benefit for your family, poof, gone. Plus, you could get slammed with enormous surrender charges for cashing out early. This is a huge trade-off that often makes this a really bad deal, even if you're technically allowed to do it. Okay, so if rolling into a 401k is either flat out impossible or just a bad idea, what are you supposed to do? Well, the good news is there are much better, more strategic options designed for exactly this situation. For anyone holding a non-qualified annuity, this is the magic number you need to know: 1035. A 1035 exchange is a special rule in the tax code that lets you move your money from your current annuity directly into a new, better one, completely tax-free. And get this, 100% of non-qualified annuities are eligible for this. This isn't some secret loophole. It's the official IRS-approved way to upgrade an annuity that's not performing well or has fees that are just too high. The whole process is actually pretty slick. The money goes directly from the old insurance company to the new one, so you never touch it. The move is totally tax-free, and it lets you shop around for a brand new contract with better features, lower costs, or stronger lifetime income guarantees. It's a seriously powerful tool. But wait, what if you have one of those qualified annuities we talked about earlier? Instead of trying to shoehorn it into a new 401k, a much, much better move is often to roll it into an IRA. This gives you way more flexibility and control over your money than most company plans. See, when you move that qualified annuity to an IRA, it stays tax-deferred, but it opens up a whole universe of investment options. You can buy a different, better annuity inside that IRA, or you can invest in stocks, bonds, whatever you want. You are back in the driver's seat. Okay, let's pull all this together because the tax impact is really the bottom line. Trying to move a non-qualified annuity to a 401k? Not going to happen, and it would create a huge tax bill. What about a qualified annuity into a 401k? Tax-deferred, but only if your plan even lets you. An annuity to a new annuity using a 1035 exchange? That's the sweet spot, totally tax-free. And finally, a qualified annuity to an IRA, a smooth, simple, tax-deferred rollover. Looking at it this way, the best paths are crystal clear. All right, we've covered a ton of ground. We figured out why the first idea most people have, moving an annuity into a 401k, is usually the wrong one. So now let's make sure you know exactly how to choose the right path for you. So here's the big takeaway. Instead of just asking, can I move my annuity to a 401k? The better question is, what am I trying to accomplish? If you want better features and lower fees, the 1035 exchange is your tool. If you want more investment choices and control, an IRA rollover is your answer. These are the smarter, more effective solutions that actually work.
Look, I know navigating these choices can feel a little overwhelming, but you absolutely do not have to figure it out alone. At The Annuity Expert, we can help you look at your current annuity and map out the best strategy for your goals, and our help is always free. Just give us a call at 770-755-1565 or find us online at annuityexpertadvice.com.
So that leaves us with one last really important question. Now that you know the rules of the road and the real options you have, what is the smartest next move for your annuity and your financial future?